Recording in progress.
Hello, grade 10. Welcome to the review of this paper. So we'll start with question 1. The paper is from November 2017, which is paper 2. So we're going to start with question 1 from this paper. So let's see how it goes. It says that the data below shows the number of laptops sold by 15 sales agents during their last financial year. Okay, so this means that sale agent number 1 sold 43 laptops, sales agent number 2 sold 48, number 3 sold 62, and so on and so forth, right? Okay, now what they want from us, they're saying determine the median of the number of laptops sold. So you and I know that whenever they're talking about the median, they're actually talking about the value of Q2. So Q2 here. So we know that the median is also Q2, which is the middle value of the data set. So before we can even find the value of Q2, we must check whether our data has been ordered in ascending order, right? So we're going to list the numbers, and we're going to start with the smallest number first. So let's look at our data set and find out which one is the smallest number. So we have 43, that, and we see that from the data set here, the first smallest number is 34. So I'm going to start by listing these numbers. So I'm going to have 34 first, and then the second smallest number here looks like 37. So I'm going to write 37 after, and then after that, it looks like we have 43. So I'm going to list 43. Then it will go to 46. After 46, I think we have two 48s. So this 48 and that 48. So we have 48 here, 48 again. Then what's the smallest number after this? We have, I believe we're in the 50s now. So we have 52. So we have 52 first. And then I saw a 54. Are we done with the 50s? We have 58 here. Yeah. So we have 58. What else do we have here? I think let's go into our 60s. In the 60s, we only have one value that lies in the 60s, which is 62 there. And going into the 70s, we have 73 coming first. And we have 78. Ooh, it looks like we missed a 68 there, right? We missed a 68 there. So I'm just going to move the data. I'm just going to move the data there and slot in that 68 somewhere there, right? So I'm going to slot in that 68 that we have missed, which is this value here. So after 62, we're going to have 68 here. And then I cancel that value out. Yes. So now we have a 73, 78, and then afterwards, what do we have? We have an 84. Cancel it out. And the last value that we have is 90. So we can even count, just to be sure, that we have 15 sales agents, meaning that we have 15 values here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. That being the last number. So now we have our data that is ordered, right? That is ordered. Okay. So it means that we can now look for the median, which is Q2. So we're going to say, well, what is the position? We're going to find the position of Q2 And we know that this will be given by n plus 1 over 2, where n, this is the number of values of our data set. So we're going to have 15 plus 1 over 2. So this will give us 16 of them over 2, which is 8. So it means that our value Q2 is at position 8. So now we can start counting there and then check which one is the 8th position. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this will be our value. So now it means that the value of Q2 in this case, Q2 will be given by 54, like that. Okay. So that is our Q2. I can even say that Q2 here, right? And now they say calculate the range of the data. So that was question 1 here, 1.1. Now they're saying calculate the range of the data. So we know that the range of the data is calculated by the maximum subtracting the minimum, right? So 1.2, whenever they're looking for the range, we know that it's given by the maximum value in the data set minus the minimum value in the data set, right? So now, in this case, the 90 here is our max, okay? Because this is the largest number in the data set. And then in this case, the side here, this will be our minimum. So we're going to have 90 minus 84, and we should be left with, I think it should be 66. You can even grab your calculator there in that moment and just check that. Okay, let us move. Right. So let's go to 1.3. Now they're saying calculate the interquartile range of the data, right? So now for us to calculate the interquartile range, here it should be 56 instead. It should be 56, right? So now when you're looking for the interquartile range, also known as the IQR, you know that it's given by Q3 minus Q1, like that, right? So now we need to find the value of Q3, and we also need to find the value of Q1. So now we're going to use our position equation to find the position. Then we locate that position, giving us the value there. So Q1 is equals to, it's given by n plus 1 over 4, like that. So here we have 15 plus 1 over 4, and this gives us 4. Because up top, we're going to have 16. 16 divided by 4 should give you 4. So it means that at position 4 in the data set, that's where the value found at that position will give me my Q1. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So this means that Q1 is equals to 46. And I'm going to do the same thing for, so it's going to be position of Q3 then, which would be 75% of the data. So this would be 3 over 4, 3/4 of the data, and plus 1, like that. Okay, so we're going to have 3 over 4, and this of what? Of 16, like that. So now we have 4 divided into 16, we're going to have 4. Then we have 4 times 3. So this should give us 12. So now we're going to go to position 12. So let me just highlight here first. So we are going to have Q1 there. And so this is the middle, which is position 8. So it's 9, 10, 11, 12. So it means that Q3 in this case, Q3 is going to be 73, like that. So now we can give them the value of the IQR, where we say IQR is equals to 73 minus 46, like that. So now when you punch it on your calculator, you're going to get a value of 27. There. Okay. Let's just move up a bit back. Now, for the last question, they say, draw a box and whisker diagram for the data above, right? So now, since we have labeled or we have found the values of the minimum, Q1, Q2, Q3, even the maximum, then from these 5 numbers, or which is usually given as the 5-number summary, we can have a box and whisker them. Okay. So I will have 1.4 here. Okay. Now let's look at the data again. So before we can even draw the box and the whiskers, we need to establish a good scale, right? We need to establish a good scale first. And then afterwards, from that scale, that's where we can start drawing. So probably a good scale here that would be inclusive of 34, even 90, probably would be a scale of 30, 32, starting maybe from 32, and then we skip 2. Surely it would give us something of substance, right? So I'm just going to have my number line first. Just give myself enough there. So I'm going to have 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44. Okay. So now in my scale here, it looks like I ended up running out of space. So I'm just going to draw the initial parts, and we can even maybe say conclude that somewhere up there, that's where I will have my 90. So I should just have my 72 just somewhere up here. And then just close to this 72, I'm going to have my 73, right? Okay. But your scale should include all the numbers, or all of these values here must be covered by your scale there. So you can even choose a scale. So now I know that the minimum was 34. So I can have my line here. And I had my Q1 at 46, probably somewhere here. Then my Q2 was at, what is the value of Q2? 54. 54 is somewhere here. And we had the value of Q3 somewhere around 72. 3 there. And now, since our scale is a bit short here, we might not even have the correct representation of this arm here, right? But I will attach something that will correct this, just to show the correct diagram that we should have at the end. And then now we can connect our arms like that and draw our box and whisker like that. But the main idea here that we want to share is that you always have to have your scale set up first, right? But if you have the correct scale, then you are most likely to end up with the correct diagram there. And that would be your minimum, Q1, Q2, Q3, and that would be your maximum there. But as I've said, if you can manage to set up your scale correctly, then you are going to have a correct box and whisker there. But this would be the main idea on how to sketch a box and whisker. Thank you.